Few months ago, American students who graduated from tertiary institutions but could not afford to repay their loans were thrown into rowdy laughter and jubilations after President Joe Biden waived their student loan debt and equally mulled the possibility of removing the entire student loan policy. However, it is surprising that the federal government of Nigeria is now attempting to implement the same policy previously tried by a developed Western nation that wasn't successful. An in-depth study conducted by PRNigeria revealed that university communities are strongly against the idea of the Student Loan Act that was recently signed by the federal government. Udi Anebi Joseph, a student at Nasarawa State University, Kefi, expressed displeasure with the loan conditions. He compares it to giving a goat to someone while still holding on to the rope.
Yes, the initiative, the intention behind the initiative is good, but the implementation of the initiative is not realistic. I am from Benue State. In a situation where you gave goat to someone and you still hold the rope, you have not given the goat to the person. So how can you give students loan? You intend to give students loan. The condition you are putting in before the loan, it's impossible.
Similarly, Chibike Joshua, a student of mass communication, casted doubt on how students like him who have no connection can be able to access the loan, not to talk of repaying after graduation.
I feel the duration is short because upon graduation, oftentimes students go to service, and then after service, and then they come back home and then they try to pick up themselves and then begin to start the pursuit of labor market and all that. So for me, I feel the duration of 2 years is small.
On his part, the president of Political Science Students Association, Comrade Adamu Ishaku, described the recently signed acts by the federal government as nothing but a sham.
The only thing I think is best, if it is actually for the poor masses, is reduction of the tuition of the institution. For the poor masses to be able to be educated, if truly the country, the government want to help the students or the poor masses, this is what should be put in place.
While responding to our correspondent, Chairman of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Nasarawa State University, Comrade Samuel Alu, emphasized that the whole idea of student loan is not such a policy that will in any way better the lives and progress of Nigerian students.
From my little understanding of this whole thing called student loan, it's not in any way a policy that will better the lives and progress of students. ASU as a union had severally, taken a position against this policy. You cannot tell me that you want to give students loan, and at the end of 5 or 4 years of their program, they are owing the federal government to the tune of 5 to 6 million naira. And with BVN, you can tell me, once they get a job, the first thing that job salary account will do is to relinquish that loan. And some of them don't even get to pay this thing until they get to an advanced stage, and it becomes frustrating. Records are there. In America, a lot of students who have graduated, no job, they end up committing suicide.
According to head of mass communication department at the university, Professor Mohammed Esrabiu, said the best way the government can help citizens is to institute full scholarship grant to assist students in fulfilling their tertiary education journey.
It's not realistic. They should have made it a grant. That is, you don't pay back. It's an assistance. Many students graduate, and then after NYC they are not able to get jobs for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. How can they repay? And they are also saying any student that defaults, who does not pay after 5 years of graduation, will be tried and convicted. I hope they have enough spaces in all the IGLs for the youths.
Also, there is need for the federal government to look at issues raised by the student and other concerned stakeholders to achieve a maximum output. I am Zinat Sambo reporting for PRNigeria.